What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Happy afternoon. I rarely stream at this time. Usually I'm a night owl. But I decided to try something new real quick. I have the time to do so. So I figured I would, go live and chat with you guys for a bit. Um, no real particular reason, just to kind of hang out, shoot the shit or whatnot, things like that. But yeah, cool. This is also might be technically a test stream. I have been away for a long time making VOD content, as you all know. If you do check out my last video for my lightsaber, which I do have right here, you can see me put this thing together and kind of see the basic of how it works. I am going to go further into detail on the features and stuff about this in another video soon, so that is coming up. But yeah, I'm just kind of changing things up a bit. Doing the same thing over and over again becomes monotonous, I have to be honest. Gaming in general hasn't been hitting right for me as well. Like, I still do play games from time to time, but nothing has really I don't know, pulled me in, I guess, like the old days. And maybe those days are gone, I don't know. But I am looking for like a game where I can kind of grind in and play for hours at a time. But most games lately have been like either in a broken state, or they're super buggy, or stuff keeps happening, or stuff's not promised when it was developing the game to release, and many other things as well. Or some are not fun anymore, right? Like, some games you just kind of you play them and then you get what you got what you got out of it, and then you kind of bounce, which is totally fine as well. People change when it comes to uh you know differences in games, which is fine. But yeah, and I also want to get more into making Star Wars content. As you can tell, I am a huge Star Wars fan, and I haven't yet, since I have been making content, made anything for Star Wars in particular, like Star Wars focused. And I do want to do more of that. I know there's not many new games out that I can cover for Star Wars, but we do have like the KOTOR remake coming out soon. I tried to play that game a couple of years ago on PC, because it's on Steam. I have it installed and everything, but I never thought a game that's old would run like crap, if that makes any sense. Like, the game just was not, it just wasn't like, I don't know, maybe it was something I was doing wrong, or maybe it's just the game in general, but like, the game was just not running the way I wanted it to run in order to like play smoothly. And I'm sure like it probably was halfway me and then halfway the game, and I just needed to be patient and tweak it more. But I just wanted to play the game, because like KOTOR is like hands down probably one of my favorite games ever, and I just could not play it on my PC. And this was before I upgraded to what I have now with the 3070 and the new CPU or whatever, the 5600X. I can't remember what's in my PC, something like that. So like, my PC was like objectively worse than what it is now. Well, it was objectively worse than what it is now, if that makes sense. Like, my computer now is better than what my computer is, because I have my older GPU or whatever. But yeah, I just couldn't play it. And then like, there's Star Wars Battlefront, and I did play that on Star Wars Day this year a little bit, and it was fun. But like, that game hasn't gotten updates in forever, and that's mostly a multiplayer game, and people have fun with that or whatever. And like, and people are way ahead of me, so like, I would get absolutely clapped in that game had I play it that way. But some people I still have fun with it, because I just go in there to have a good time. I'm not trying to be super competitive in that game anyways. There are some shows like I want to cover, like maybe I'll cover the Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, the Ahsoka series, the Obi-Wan series, Star Wars Visions that just came out. Like, I could cover that stuff as well. That's not my forte. Like, I don't really cover shows and movies and things like that. Like I've never really talked about them. I've watched them and enjoyed them, but I haven't really I have no idea how to talk about them while I'm gaming. Like and I don't know like the boundaries for something like that, because like how much footage can I show to kind of correlate what I'm talking about, because I obviously want to have like examples of what I'm talking about, and like how much of it of the actual show I can just like put up as like a B-roll or something like that when I'm talking about the show in general. Like I don't know how that stuff works, so I would have to like research on how that stuff works as well, because that would be something fun, because I can talk about that all day. Like I can talk about the last movies, like the, I guess you can call it the Skywalker saga. Like I can talk about that for hours, like literally, like from episode 1 to episode 9, and like things I would change and things like I can do all that stuff, and just kind of to see my perspective of it, because you know everybody else has a perspective of how they want Star Wars to be or whatever, and that's fine. And like it Star Wars belongs to everybody, right? It doesn't just belong to me or you or whoever. And you can have whatever varying opinion you want on the prequels, the sequels, or the original trilogy all you want. You know, some people hate them, some people enjoy them, and that's your opinion, because that's what you can do. It doesn't mean it's fact. Some people might like a certain way, something happened, and that's okay. Some people might hate it, and that's okay as well. Like we're all different people, and I don't expect everybody to have the same opinion. Some people do though, so that's cool. I do also want to get into more like this, but this is a very expensive hobby. And there's also like a whole nother level to it where you can actually program the blade and the lightsaber to do like so many more other things, new sounds and all kind of stuff. That takes a lot of dedication and to learn, right? And with the limited time that I already do have, like that's something I will look into down the road. Now I will do like my own personal customizations on this, on my lightsaber and like fonts and things like that in general. So like next time you see me you might see me at some point either in another future YouTube video or a YouTube short, showing off a new font or a new feature for my lightsaber. And I kind of want to build another one. This is my first one. I love it. You're always gonna love your first. This thing is really cool. Like I've always wanted one. Like I said, I do have the Mace Windu Forcefx lightsaber. I do have that, and I love that. My sister actually got it for me for Christmas a long time ago, years back. And it was like they're like $200 or whatever. I mean, it's like, and it's very cool. Like, and she got it because she knows I like purple, and out of all the Jedi, Mace Windu is my favorite. And yeah, but these are like the quality of these are way higher than the like than the Disney sabers, like I forget what they're called, the Legacy saber. I think they call them Legacy sabers. And those are cool too, because like those are like the closest replicas you can get if you want something as like a showpiece or something like that you want to kind of hang on the wall, or you can play with it if you want to, or like the Savvy's Workshop sabers, which are cool. And that is an experience on its own. Like we can't judge that on the saber itself, because you do have the entire experience to go off of as well. So, like I said, it's just preference. Like when I go to Disney with my family, I plan on building a Savvy's Workshop saber just because I want to enjoy the experience of that with the whole ambiance of building your own lightsaber. Android, of course. I want to do all the stuff. And I'm sure my kids will too. So I can't afford to give all of them. Plus my 2 youngest daughters probably won't even care. So it'd be me and my oldest daughter probably do those things together, which is going to be cool. But you know, there are things like these lightsabers, like if you go back and watch the video, I get details in it, but how the blade has it has LEDs in the blade, so it's much brighter, and you can do like way more different effects. There's a ton of things on NeoPixel blades in lightsabers you can do, and these are like super cool and durable. Like you can duel with these technically if you want to. Like this is like a heavy metal thing. Like this thing is metal. The whole thing is metal. Very durable. You can even customize them more by like giving it some weathering, because like this looks like brand new off the shelf type thing, right? But like I can weather it to seem like it's battle damaged, or like you're a seasoned Jedi or Sith, and you know you've been through some shit, and so it has your lightsaber, like all kind of stuff you can do. That you can do with these things, and I can cover all that stuff as well as I learned to do it, because I'm not an expert craftsman. I'm just, looking on YouTube or Googling stuff and seeing how it works and how you do it. And then I try to apply it, which is cool. But yeah, I have been like I said, mostly in the background, working on VOD content, working on original content, instead of like just pressing live and playing video games and chatting with you guys, which I do love to do that. That is something I do love to do. And I will continue to do so when I have the opportunity to do so. But I do want to try something different and try to make, I don't know, more original content that's catered towards, my interests and things I like. Like I said, I do still like gaming, and there are games that I still enjoy and I can talk about. Like Division 2 is one of my favorite games, as you guys know. And I know they have some content coming out in February, which is close to my birthday, that I'm going to play. I forget what it's called, Horizons or something new they're doing with it. And then they have Destiny 2 has its content releasing in February, and then you have Halo coming out, I think next month or in a couple of weeks actually. The campaign, I definitely want to play through that, so maybe we'll do a live stream of me, running through the campaign for that, because like Halo is like where I got my competitive start to like multiplayer. Because I used to be fairly good at Halo when I was, in my 20s, and I was a much younger person playing on Xbox 360 with my friends or whatever. Like we were pretty good. Like I wouldn't say we were like, final boss good, but we could hold our own and with the shooters or whatever. But like I guarantee you I'm not as good as I used to be, because I'm much older and my reflexes are much slower, and I have not played a Halo game in years, and let alone on mouse and keyboard. So there will be a huge learning curve with that, but it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. And plus, like, Halo's a story that I want to see continue, so I definitely want to watch it and kind of see how it goes from there, which will be fun. What else, man? What else we got? Nothing much really, except for just, the stuff that I mentioned, the content I kind of want to make going forward, and my plan for the channel since moving to YouTube. The move to YouTube has been fun, and I appreciate the support everybody has done so far. But I remember when I first started going on YouTube, my main thing was like it was a fresh start from Twitch, right? Twitch was cool, and it was an experience that I had, and maybe one day I'll go back. I don't know what the future holds, but I just want to try something different, because I've been doing this off and on for like 3 or 4 years now, and yeah, I just want to try something new so it doesn't get boring. Am I sure I'm not as good because of my tiny hands? You know what, Dainty? There's this funny thing. When I was playing on the original Xbox, I gotta see if I can find it. Hang on, I gotta see if I can find it. But there was this controller that I used to play with, and because I didn't like the controller that I had that came with the Xbox, because the original Xbox had that big, huge bulk of a controller, and I wanted a smaller controller, so I did buy this tiny little green controller, and I cannot find a picture of it. But hang on, let me try to put this. Hey, babe. Hello, wife. That's my wife, chat. I can't find it. It looked something like this. This is what it looked like. Hang on, let me pull this up. The Microcon. Hey, Bree. This is what it looked like way back in the day. And it was like a smaller version of the controller of the Halo controller. And I used to play with this when I had an original Xbox. Like, this was my controller that I used. It's pretty funny that you say something like that. I know you were trying to be funny, but that's what I used to play with, because like I didn't like the size of the controller. But I use a normal size controller now because obviously they've made the controllers better since the original Xbox. Like I still have my what's it called? My Elite controller from the original Xbox One. That's what it was called, right? Xbox One. I know they call it something else now, but like the original Xbox, it was after Xbox 360, then it was Xbox One, and then whatever they call the Xbox now. I don't even know what they call the Xbox now. What do they call the Xbox now? Xbox. Because of your tiny hands. All right, Dainty. What did they call the Xbox? And why can't I think about what they call it? Isn't it Xbox One? I can't remember what it's called. Xbox consoles. Here we go. Why am I having such a brain fart of what it's called? Series X. It's called Series X, Series X. So the one before that. I had the one before that. Thank you, Series. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of the Xbox, because like this is where I think Xbox messed up, right? Xbox, like, their naming convention was trash, right? Because they went from like Xbox to Xbox 360 to Xbox One, and then didn't they have something else? And then like Series X that they have now. Like, it doesn't sound right. I don't know. It just doesn't, like PlayStation is PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Like, that makes sense. But like, I don't know. Why do I look so blown out? One sec. But like, I don't know. I feel like Xbox messed up with the way they name stuff. Why are you just spamming socks? Don't come and annoy me, please. PlayStation is better than Xbox. Sure. PlayStation is better than Xbox. I don't. Sure. Yeah. PlayStation has the better console and the exclusives. I think Xbox has the better ecosystem. I don't really care about either of them because I play on PC. Like, I can, with the way Microsoft works now, like I can. Yeah, I got it. I got it 12. So for future reference, if you click on like the 3 dots next to their name and you open that and you put like, it has the mod privileges right there, like hide user, put user in timeout, or remove. So remove is basically delete. Put user in timeout is timing them out, obviously, and hide user is basically the shadow realm. What's up, Gray? But yeah, with Microsoft's new thing that they're doing, I don't have to buy an Xbox and feel like I'm missing out on the Xbox experience, because with Game Pass, I can play Xbox games on my PC, right? I can do that. And then I won't miss it. But on PlayStation, I can't do that. Why is 12 a mod? 12's a mod because he was a mod on Twitch. Gray, that's why. He's a mod here. He's my mod. I think 12 was a mod before you were a mod, actually, Gray, now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure 12 was a mod before you. I think I modded 12 to troll you, actually, Gray. Now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure that's why I did it. And he's just been a mod ever since. And then I made you a mod, and then Angie's a mod. And then everybody's mods. If everybody's a mod, no one's a mod, right? Isn't that how it works? Mod of Chaos who doesn't even know how to ban. Mod of Chaos who doesn't even know how to ban. Xbox is heading towards being full on PC. I agree. And I don't have a problem with that. Like, I feel like consoles are, in my opinion, this is TJ's opinion. This isn't fact. This isn't set in stone. But in my opinion, consoles are great entry-level gaming experiences to, and when I mean by entry-level, not saying that they're cheap. I mean it's entry-level meaning that anybody can get into it and just start playing. That's what I mean by entry-level gaming, where like if I go buy a PlayStation or I go buy an Xbox, I can plug it up to my TV, I can hook up my controller, I can download the game, and I can just play. And then I can just go. But like PC gaming, you have to, hey, why is my thing off? That's weird. I just noticed some of my RGB is off. But on PC gaming, you have to like build your PC, or you can buy your PC. You have to go and install the games. You have to learn mouse and keyboard, which is objectively more difficult than playing on a controller. Everyone can agree to that. It took me a minute for the learning curve of learning on mouse and keyboard. Now I can't go back, but that is a totally different level of playing on PC. And the benefits you get from PC obviously outweigh the benefits you get from playing on a console when it comes to like visuals and accessibility and things like that. Whereas consoles are just ease of use, right? And price point. Although like the consoles now are like kind of out of reach because you can't reach them, or because you can't find them, and people are scalping them, and you can't find one to buy. So, in which case, Nintendo I think beats everybody because Nintendo has, in my opinion, the best like games in general to play. So, it is what it is. Why is Gray get to be a mod? I don't know why I made Gray mod. Gray is a mod because I don't know. I think I was drunk one day and I just made a mod. Or he was crying about it or something like that. He may have been crying about it. I think that's more accurate. Was like Gray was crying about not being a mod, so I made him a mod because he cried about it. But yeah, so more about the lightsaber chat. So this was like super like easy to get into. Because like I said, just like if you watched my video, I show all this already though. But like these just kind of screw together just like Savvy's Workshop, right? And this is like where all the bits are. You can see that controls the lightsaber. And like I said, this thing was like very expensive. It was not cheap to make. Mostly because of the internals. Like the internals and the blade were like the most expensive part. These little pieces right here were cheap. Like this was $20. I mean, together it was like $80 for everything. Objectively, but like the internal piece itself was $120, right? So, and I didn't even need this bit. This bit is like just for decoration, and that's just for aesthetics. But like you needed the four pieces, like the emitter, the electronic switch, and then the grip, and then the pommel at the bottom, which helps the sound go. But like these four pieces, like this piece right here was like $12. This little tiny piece right here is like $12. Like this was objectively cheaper, but like the blade. Turn on my lightsaber, Brielle. Okay, I'll turn it on for you. If I can find my hex key. You might not be able to see it with the lights or whatever, but I'll turn it on. I forgot what color I had it set on. But yeah, the crap. Yeah, the blade itself was like $85, and this isn't even like the best one you can get. Like you can get better blades than this for like $125. Like this hobby is not like a cheap thing that you can get into. And when I say that, like it can be cheap objectively to what you can get, because there are custom lightsabers out there that are like $700, right? That you can get. And like they're like super detailed in the hilt and things like that, which kind of makes them, but they mostly they mostly all use the same electronics. It's just like the hilt part would be the most expensive because it's like custom etched, or like it's like super accurate to whatever replica that you're doing. But like I said, you're not gonna be able to see it that much because it's like bright, or you might be able to. Yeah, see. Like this thing is super bright, if you can't tell, and like you can hear like this thing is like very, very bright. Now if I go and turn on as a comparison, so I can show you guys like what you would get. It's like this is something like as you like the blade doesn't get like you can't remove the blade from this. The blade's stuck on. But this is like a master replica saber. You can kind of see how much bigger it is in my hand too. There are more expensive heavy as bruiser. Oh, I know. But like this is master replica's lightsaber. You can tell like the size difference compared to my custom saber that I make. Like you can see like the size difference of the hilt. I don't know if I can show that. Let me move this one, like the size difference of the hilt or whatever, but like you can kind of see the difference in brightness as well. It's like if I turn this one on, now it has full battery on it. Like the battery's full, that's not the problem. But then if I turn on this one, and there are different colors. This one's blue and this one's purple. But like if I turn this one on, you can see how like objectively like this one's brighter than the other one. Like I am like blowing myself all the way out because like I'm like covering myself with light, and the camera's like, and like the camera's like trying to compensate for all the extra light. But yeah. Turn this one off. But yeah, this is not a, like to own multiple of these would run you a couple $1,000s, to be honest. And then, yeah, but they're very cool. They're very cool. You can get the cheaper ones too, where you can actually duel with, which is recommended to get like the full experience of like lightsaber dueling. Like there's a whole sub hobby within this hobby where like people buy these, build them, and then duel with them and like shoot whatever fan fiction they want to do or whatever, or just do it for show with lightsaber twirling and all that kind of stuff. Like there's all kind of stuff. And then you have the programmers who are actually programming the boards in here where you can make the lightsaber do totally different things. As an example, here, let me show you. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to show you guys. Hang on, let me put this lightsaber down. I want to show you guys this. This is an example of what I wanted to want to show you guys of things you can do on the lightsaber. I hope this isn't like super loud. But we're going to try it anyways. I hope I have the right. There we go. Okay, yeah, it is showing it. Okay. So this guy is, you know what? Let me do a no cam so you can kind of see without me in the way. Let's do this. So this guy, Grayscale Fonts, makes his own lightsaber fonts, right? So like something that he makes on his own, that he programs each of the different boards that some of these custom lightsabers have, and these are some of the fonts that he came out with. So we're gonna watch. I'm gonna show you guys. This is one of my favorites that I wanted to show you guys, and it's so cool. Oh, listen to that start up again. It's so good. Oh, that's so good. And like, you program these from scratch inside the motherboards of these sabers and kind of make them do things like this. Obviously, this isn't anything in the movie that you can hear or see. But like I said, it's something that you can do for super customizability, which is, they just sound awesome. Like, that just sounds beefy, and it sounds amazing. And yeah. But like something like that is just so cool. And like, I don't know how to do that yet, but I want to learn. So, and it takes a lot of time to do so, and I just haven't had time to come down here and try it on my lightsaber. And also there is the very small chance that you can kind of brick your motherboard on your lightsaber, and you can mess up the whole thing, and then you're just kind of sitting there looking stupid. Or you got to start from scratch and try to fix it or whatever. And I don't know how to do that either, so I have to learn how to do it, and then I have to learn how to fix it if something goes wrong. So I probably should learn the fix it part first, so in case anything goes wrong, and then learn how to actually do it, so that way I can always get it back to what it was, so I can actually use my lightsaber without it sitting there just being like a super expensive paperweight over there. Because I do want to kind of play and twirl my lightsaber. That's what it's for, mostly. And yeah, I don't have to order a whole new board and then try to start from scratch, which is something I could technically do as well. That could be something as well, but that's not something I want to do because I have to. Because I'm ordering another board, I want to build another lightsaber. Because like my kids want lightsabers now too. So like I have to get my kids lightsabers because they see my lightsaber and they want one now, and they want to fight me and all kind of other stuff. So I have to get my kids lightsabers too. The board is very simple. Yeah, it's just a Profi board, and you have to use Arduino. I think is the name of the program. I have it installed on my computer. I think it's Arduino or yeah, Arduino is the program that you use. Yeah, the board the board itself is cheap. Like if I want to just order just the board, they're fairly cheap. All you do is torture the kids with it. I don't just torture the kids with it. They torture me with it, if anything. But no, the board is cheap. It's just with the chip shortage, obviously, that affects everything that's made with a computer these days. Like they're harder to get than they normally would be as well. So that kind of drives the price up of them as well. And I don't need a whole board if I do mess up my board. I just need, I don't need the whole other pieces. I just need the board because I have all the other electronics. It would just be me replacing the board. Honestly, if I had to replace it, if you're trying to probably have a true lifesaver, it can't be a flashlight if the power ever goes out. That thing is bright. It's very similar to a Pi Zero. It's very similar to that. When I tell you guys, like, I can't show you how bright it is without actually. I had to turn off all the lights in here, and I can show you how, because that thing is bright. Like it's not a dull like blade. Like the LEDs are super bright in that thing. So if the power ever went out, I can use it for a flashlight. But yeah, it was a hobby that I've been wanting to get into for a few years, and I just never did because like it wasn't feasible for me to do so until now. And so, very quality dad joke. So I did it, and now I want another one. And that's the other thing. Like when you find a new hobby, as an example, when I first built my PC, I don't know, 4 years ago. When I first built my PC like 4 years ago, as soon as I was finished, I wanted to build another. Like as soon as I was done, I wanted to build another PC, and obviously, $1,200 PC is not something you can do twice. I'm doing good, Oliver. Thank you. But like, and then like, if I know when I was 19, I got this tattoo, right? I got my tattoo when I was 19 years old. Thanks, Des. Happy Thanksgiving to you, buddy. I hope you're doing well too. I know you have the Rona and stuff like that, so I hope you're doing well, buddy. And I immediately wanted a tattoo after I got my first tattoo. It's just like you get addicted to your passions, right? When you find something like that. And when I was done with it, yeah, I immediately wanted to buy another one and build another one. But I don't want to spend that much money on something like that right now. Maybe for my birthday, which is in 3 months, which is kind of funny, but hey, I have an early birthday. And then I would have to learn how to dual wield. And then, oh my God. I could legit, hang on, let me take this blade out. Where's my thing at? Crap. Oh, here it is. So on top of that, so you can have this, right? Turn it on, right? And just the same way this comes off at the bottom, bruh, I can easily make this a double-bladed lightsaber. Like easily. I just take this part off right here, make a whole nother hilt, screw those together with a coupler, and then I have a double-bladed lightsaber. Bruh. Like what? It would be so easy to do. It would be so easy to do. Yeah, this blade is like $85. I'm not gonna break anything. I'm not twirling my lightsaber on camera. But yeah, this thing right here is $84 for the blade alone. So the blade and the chassis that's on the inside was like almost $200, or yeah, close to $200. Just to kind of show you how much everything cost. Things are better. You're over it, and your youngest back to school. Nice, perfect, Des. Great to hear. Yeah, so I can't wait to be another one. One red and one green in the Christmas lightsabers. Triple or quad light. You know what? You probably could do a triple or quad lightsaber because all you would need is the right coupler, right? Because like all you need is the coupler to put everything together. I also built this thing too. I don't know if you can see it, but this is not. Hang on, let me show you. I'll just grab it. It's not the Lego Imperial. What the heck was that noise? Oh, it's not the Lego Imperial Star Destroyer. This is a paper one I got from Costco. It was like $24. This thing. This thing right here, I actually saved the box for it. I don't know why I saved the box. I save boxes. But like I built this thing. It was like $24 at like I said, at Costco. And it's not super fragile, but it's way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Like this thing is huge. Uh-oh, and pieces are falling off on it. I don't know what this goes to. But like I didn't have everything I needed to put it together because like you needed glue and stuff like that. So it's probably not like super put together, but it's cool looking, right? For like $20, can't beat that. Like $20. And it took forever to put together. You can call me like the budget. I'm like the budget lightsaber or the budget Star Wars collector. The Switchblade lightsaber was funny. Like it looks like a nutcracker. I feel like Rey's lightsaber was like a nutcracker lightsaber. But yeah, that thing is not sturdy at all. Okay, I think it's sturdy enough to do that. But it was $26, and they also have I don't know if they still have it. It might be online. I don't know if it's in the store, but they also have the Millennium Falcon. They had the Millennium Falcon one, and they have the Razor Crest, is that the name of Mandalorian ship? The Razor Crest. They had that too. They had both of those ships, and then so this one came with like a little Imperial shuttle and a TIE fighter, which I have not put together yet, and I still need to put together. I think the Millennium Falcon came with the X-Wing, and then I don't think the Razor Crest came with anything else. I have to look, but I only got the Imperial Star Destroyer because that's the one I wanted, obviously, because Dark Side. But yeah, I was very excited to do the lightsaber video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you haven't watched it yet, make sure you go to the channel and watch it. Check it out, give it a thumbs up, all the good stuff. But I had a really good time making that video, and it was real fun. My lightsaber is like something really cool that I've always wanted, and it's purple, so obviously I had to make it purple because it's my favorite color. And yeah, I hope I can make another one. And like I said, I do have more to show you with the fonts and different things it can do. It has like 20 different fonts and settings on it already, and I can add more, like I said, which is super dope. Super dope in PogChamp. But yeah, I definitely want more Star Wars stuff on the channel going forward. Like I said, it's a passion of mine since I was a kid. Purple matches my eye. My eyes are not purple. What are you talking about, Oliver? I wish my eyes were purple. That'd be cool. Can you? No, I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, I seen that. I saw that, Dad. Somebody else sent that to me. That's cool. Like, I want one. I want it. I need it. I do want these. I can't wait. I can't wait till the KOTOR remake comes out. Oh, cannot wait. It's gonna be so cool. KOTOR is what like got me into like RPG gaming. What did you bait me with? What did you bait me with, Oliver? Wait. Do not call a bird. What did they call a bird born in the early 2000s? Dainty is a SpongeBob meme. I'm gonna change her name in Discord to SpongeBob memes. The purple eyes. Ah, I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate you debating me. You will feel the power of the dark side. KOTOR is one of the best RPGs. I had so much fun playing that game. So when I was playing the game, me and a friend of mine, a Millennial Falcon, I've heard that one. That's funny. When me and a friend of mine, my friend Reggie, who I'm still friends with, by the way, he's still my friend to this day. But we were young when that game first came out. We were playing KOTOR together, right? When I say together, we were playing it like, hey, that's new. What's this events thing in Discord? That's cool. But no, we were playing KOTOR together, and he was playing a light side run, and I was playing a dark side run, and we were kind of comparing notes on the run, on how the run was, like the differences and stuff like that. We were kind of making it. And since we were friends, we were kind of competing to see who could like reach the perfect version of their run first, or like who could become like more powerful, who can do more cooler stuff near the end game of that game. So like the whole time we're playing the game, he's doing his light side run, doing his things, and I'm doing my dark side run, doing my things, and making it competitive. I think was part of it that made fun too, because like I wanted to get there first and have the coolest character, and so did he. And then with the revelation at the end, I felt like it made my run more fun because of that revelation. And I don't want to spoil it, because if you never played KOTOR, you should 100% play it blind and get to that revelation yourself, because it's 100% worth it. But yeah, I loved KOTOR, and like when when it happened, I remember specifically him being mad about it and me laughing about it, because it was just so perfect. Because he was like, man, I can't believe I did all that, and XYZ happened, and I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny. But yeah, we ended up getting to the same conclusion or whatever, and the game was still very much fun for both of us. And then we kind of swapped it, and then I did a light side run and he did a dark side run. So I played that game multiple times, just for the different runs and to the different options you can do or whatever. And it was very much turn based combat as well, where like you press a button and then they do something type thing. And that wasn't something I thought I would be into when I first was like introduced to the idea of it. Because like now most RPGs are action RPGs, where like I don't think I've seen any turn-based RPGs except for Final Fantasy lately. Most of them are action RPGs if I remember correctly, but it was fun. Like I enjoyed that game. It was a very, very good game to play with. And I think that kind of got me into like a lot more hardcore gaming, I would say, because like I wanted something else like that, and I ended up playing Jade Empire right after that. I don't think I enjoyed Jade Empire as much though, but yeah, dark side all the way. I'm always dark side, especially in Star Wars, man. I feel like, I don't know, the dark side is not that bad to me. We'll get into that another day. Cause like that could be a whole conversation I can have about how the dark side and light side of the Force work. Cause I mean, they kind of work in conjunction with each other. I know I'm talking about it now, but I'm just saying. The new Hawkeye show came out today, and I did watch both episodes of that. I enjoyed it. It was good. Hawkeye is probably my least favorite Avenger out of everybody. Simple fact that he uses a bow and arrow, like whatever. Bow and arrow guy, like super bow and arrow guy. Like I feel like if you wear sufficient armor, you would make him null and void. I don't know. Like I feel like a bow and arrow cannot defeat Iron Man. But the show was good. Like so far so good. I like the show. I feel like Marvel's been doing really good with their shows. Darkseid ain't that bad. You guys blew up planets and killed millions of innocent people. I mean, innocent is subjective, you know. The light side blew up a government military installation and killed millions of people too. So I'm just saying. Haven't watched, but big fan of Haley Steinfeld. Yeah, she's cool too. She's cool too. She's way too young for me. Way too young. But she's a pretty young lady. I get that. I'm just saying, like, there was like a rebel terrorist who blew up a military installation twice, killing millions of people on there. I'm sure like everybody that worked on the Death Star wasn't evil. And that was like a moon-sized base with probably like 1 million people on there. So it could have been like a military officer and his family on that installation and just blew up. Just saying. Very subjective. Meanwhile, like, I feel like, you know, the planet of Alderaan was harboring terrorists towards the government and funding them as well. So, you know, the government seeked retaliation. I'm just saying. You could wait for him to just shoot all his arrows too, because like there's only a limited amount of arrows that you can have in a quiver, Dainty. So like Hawkeye can shoot all the arrows he wants to. So, and you just kind of wait till his arrows are done, and then you can kind of kick his ass. Because what can he do then? He's just a guy. Just saying. Contractors on the Sega Death Star, exactly. Like, subjective. Just saying, the Rebels weren't all that good either. Just saying. $100K people per ship. Yeah, exactly. The destroyers from the First Order. There are a bunch of things that could have went wrong with the Rebels. I'm just saying, like they're not always good. You know? Contractors aren't people. I'm laughing at that contractors are people joke because like I work with contractors, so and they are kind of treated like they are people, which is sad because they are people, but that's funny. That is funny. I'm just saying, like it is, and you know what's crazy? Like the Empire wasn't in power. The Empire wasn't in power for a long time. They were in power for a generation, right? So that would be like if my daughter was a baby and then to adulthood, like that was the span of the Empire. But like the Republic were like in power for like hundreds and hundreds of years, at least as long as Yoda has been alive, and he's been alive for like 800 years. And was the galaxy better off then or not? Because like I feel like there was more stability with the Empire than it was with the Republic. Just saying. Because like slavery still existed, right? Slavery still existed even then. And we know that because Tatooine has slaves. I don't think Tatooine still had slaves during the Empire. No, actually they did. They did still have slaves. But there were lots of bad stuff going on during the Republic. Like the Jedi were running around, you know, trying to solve conflicts. And I feel like one centralized government was you know, wasn't that bad. Just saying. I think my kids are up too now. I'm just saying, chat, like it's subjective. The Empire, the Republic, it can go either way. That's all I'm saying. Because, you know, the Rebels weren't saints. Like even in Rogue One, they showed that. In Rogue One, they kind of showed like, you know, assassins for the Rebel Alliance or whatever you want to call it. Trains ran on time. Yeah, exactly, Ma. I mean, yeah, that kind of. But like, just saying it can go either way. The Empire did do some messed up stuff, but like they were just looking for stability. And Anakin just wanted to save his family. Like Anakin Skywalker wanted to save his family. If you want to really blame like one period of time that could have saved Anakin from going to the dark side, or blame one person, it's Padme. And it's Padme for two reasons. One, she seduced a child to fall in love with her. And then that's the one everybody knows. That's obvious, right? Padme seduced Anakin. They fell in love, breaking the Jedi Order. When Anakin got her pregnant, he just wanted to save his family because he lost his mother. Now, when you bring him his mother, the main point of that is, you know, when episode 1 was over and Padme is back on Naboo or whatever, there's no reason to believe that the Queen of Naboo, an elected official who had so much resources, could have gotten the money together to be able to buy Anakin's mother from slavery on Tatooine and then brought her back to Naboo to kind of live and being safe and chill, right? There's no reason Padme couldn't have did that. She chose not to. I'm just saying, like, that could 100% been a thing. Padme is like, well, you did save, our planet and blew up the separatist ships or whatever, the Trade Federation ships, and kind of saved us from everything by doing so. And the droid army, maybe I'll just pay as a reparation, pay and get your mother out of slavery and have her live comfortably on Naboo. But no, you left her there to her fate, to what happened to her, which was Anakin's like first foray into the dark side to get revenge on his mother. Very easily could have been dealt with between episodes 1 and 2, very easily by Padme. And then episode 2 comes around and she seduces Anakin because he's a horny teenager. And then things progress from there. Just saying. It's Padme's fault. Anakin went to the dark side and became Darth Vader. Nobody else's fault but Padme's. And I get that, because if I would do everything in my power to save my family as well. So even turn to the dark side. I get that. I get it. That's absolutely something you can do. But that was a turning point for Anakin, which is something that could have been easily avoided. And they had the resources. Even with Qui-Gon dying, because if Qui-Gon was his master instead of Obi-Wan, he would have had a true father figure instead of like a brother figure. And then, that could have been a whole different story. And then Star Wars would have been just one episode true. Without any of that happening, we don't get Anakin Skywalker, or we don't get Darth Vader, and we don't get the progression of the Skywalker family destroying the galaxy along the way. But, it happened, and that's what happened. So, and that's what we got. So, and Vader is my favorite character. Like, Anakin Vader, like the whole thing he's my favorite character. But I feel like there's more stuff that could be told besides, the Skywalker saga. Like, there's so much stuff happening, which is why Mandalorian is such a breath of fresh air, I think, for a lot of people in Star Wars, because it's just a new take on, the same era or same Star Wars, but it has nothing to do with the name Skywalker, which is cool. And I think, like, even they should explore more shows and movies or whatever for the old Republic, because, like, the only thing we have for that is the game, and they retconned a bunch of stuff too, because some OP stuff that happened. Like, if I had like one example of why they retconned it, was like Starkiller from the game Force Unleashed, because like he ripped Imperial Star Destroyer out the sky with the Force, and like it doesn't matter what, like, it doesn't, because the Force can technically do that, right? But like I don't think Star Wars wants to have, or Lucasfilm, whoever wants to have, like, to deal with that level of power from one person and justify it in like a movie or a show or something like that. So they obviously had to retcon a bunch of stuff, which sucks. But we lost a bunch of official stories. Yeah, I know Starkiller isn't canon anymore. Where I was explaining like why he's not canon anymore, because like he did all that crazy stuff. But like that was cool. That was a cool story. Like I feel like that was a really cool story that they could have like left in, or expanded upon, because like Vader having a secret apprentice is very much on par with the Sith in general. Like that's like a whole thing with the Rule of Two, where like the apprentice gets their own master, and then like that one kills the Sith Lord, and then you become the new Sith Lord and apprentice, and the Rule 2 kind of thing keeps progressing. But they retconned the whole thing, which kind of sucks. So like technically Vader's only apprentice is Ahsoka, which is a great story. Ahsoka's story was like great. Like it started off shaky. Like if you watch Clone Wars, never seen it before, and you watch Clone Wars from the beginning to like the end, like it's shaky at the beginning. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's shaky. It's really hard to get into because like it's super shaky. But like at the end, Ahsoka's character is like one of the best. And they redeemed Darth Maul from like his minor, being in Phantom Menace, I don't know why I forgot that. Like his minor role in Phantom Menace to like what he became too between Clone Wars and Rebels, and that whole storyline was dope too. Like totally redeemed. And I liked that. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, I'm gonna head off, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I've been streaming for about a little over an hour, and I kind of all I wanted to do at this time. I want to thank everybody again for the support. I will be back doing live streams at some point. I'll let you guys know on the socials if you know where to find me. It's in the description below. If you're not sub to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way out, and make sure you also hit the like button as well. I appreciate that. More original content and shorts and all that stuff coming soon. I do have some more stuff I want to work on during it's coming down the pipeline, and hope you guys stay tuned for that and enjoy that stuff. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.